The Visitors from the Void. On a very quiet suburban neighborhood stood a small, ivy-covered bungalow. The house was a picture of tranquility, a cozy hidden place from the outside world. But tonight, this ordinary neighborhood was about to become the stage for a scary and terrifying event. It was a warm summer night, and the sky was very dark, endless black, no stars out. Inside the bungalow, all was calm. Lucy, a young woman in her late 20s, lay asleep in her bed. The room, a sanctuary of comfort and warmth, was filled with the gentle ticking of a clock on the nightstand. The peaceful atmosphere of the room was shattered by a strange hum, a vibration that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. The walls trembled, and the clock on the nightstand stopped dead, as if time itself had been paused by some unseen force.
I can't move. What's happening?
As the hum grew louder, the shadows in the room began to twist, forming into shapes that defied logic. These shapes solidified into tall, slender figures with very long limbs and large, black eyes that stared down at Lucy, their gaze without any emotion.
Please, let me go.
One of these large beings, larger and more menacing than the others, stepped forward. Its voice, distorted and echoing very loudly, filled Lucy's mind as she was lifted from the bed by an unseen force that gripped her tight, her body frozen in terror.
Please, don't do this.
Lucy found herself in a place far removed from her cozy bedroom, a cold, metallic room that seemed to pulse with an unnatural light. The beings moved around her almost like they were dancing, preparing instruments that glowed with an eerie, greenish bright light. She pleaded for mercy, but her cries went unheard.
Silence the subject!
The leader's command was met with cold efficiency. A device was placed against Lucy's temple, and her voice was silenced, her mind disconnected from the horrors that were unfolding. Her memories began to blur and fade, erasing the reality of her nightmare. The room filled with the sound of high-pitched machines, their noise a symphony of alien technology that was beyond our world. The beings moved with mechanical precision, extracting something from Lucy's body, something dark and unnatural. The machines beeped, signaling the success of their mission.
The experiment is successful! Begin memory erasure!
A helmet-like device lowered onto Lucy's head, and as it clicked into place, her memories began to fade into oblivion. Her last coherent thought was a desperate plea to remember, but it was already too late.
It wasn't a dream. They were real.
It wasn't a dream. They were real. Lucy's voice trembled with the realization that the nightmare was far from over. The beings had taken something from her, and she knew, deep in her bones, that they would return. As the night stretched on, the low hum returned, faint but unmistakable, a signal that the visitors from the void were not yet finished with their experiment. Lucy's nightmare was only just beginning. The end. Thank you for watching, in Path of Nightmares. If you liked this story, then subscribe, share, like, or comment. I would appreciate it.